Good morning, Colorado. Today is Tuesday, the 16th of August, and I'm Randy Flood, the only certified mortgage coach in the state of Colorado. In the rates go up category, today we have the industrial production. It was slightly up, but we've seen that before, so I really don't put a whole lot of emphasis on that. Same thing with capacity utilization, nothing to really talk about. What I do want to really talk about is rates go down category. Housing starts was significantly lower, and also building permits are very low. And I'll show you a chart of that in a second. And Germany, who has the strongest economy in Europe, their economy is slowing, so that is good for helping our interest rates improve. And Fitch, who is one of the three major credit rating agencies, came out and reassured us as far as USA with the AAA rating. So all that is positive. Now let me go on and show you the housing starts and building permit chart. I apologize for the the chart. It's not the most clearest chart, but this chart goes back 16 years, and right now we're right here. We're about 600, and if you take a look, and this is just you can graphically see that we're still way low. We would need to get up to about 1,200 housing starts in order to see any really type of recovery. And if you take a look at chart even 30 to 40 years out, this is probably the lowest it's ever been. So we significantly need to have improvement in housing starts and also building permit. Here's what the market's looking like right at the moment. You can see we're in a sideways movement pattern, which is also very good. And I keep on saying I believe we're in the upper levels of where we should be technically. And it's not overbought within the bond market, but it's pretty close to there. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a healthy correction, and we're going to drop down here. And when we do that, of course, rates will go on and increase. And let me move this over a little bit. And you can see at the moment we're 6 basis points down, and you can see the majority of the people are recommending locking at the moment. From the previous chart you saw where my peers are basically saying, hey, they want to go on and lock now in order to protect their clients' best interests. Rate Watch or Rate Alert, their recommendation is still lock within 7 days, float but very cautiously. If it's between the next 2 weeks, and of course float for the meantime. And then the rate lock advisory, still their position is unchanged. If you're closing your loan within the next 20 days, lock thereafter, go on and float. I personally believe go on and lock now if your loan is closing, but overall I'm still very bullish on low interest rates, and I think we'll still have quite a ways to go. In summary, Germany's economy is slowing. Fitch reaffirms AAA rating for the USA, which is good. Housing starts still 50% of what is necessary to get the economy going. Building permits is also down. Some life in the manufacturing, especially from the industrial side. Capacity utilization is up slightly, nothing to get excited about. Now the CPI and PPI will be closely monitored, and that will be coming out Thursday and Friday. And if inflation is really starts picking up, that's going to be bad for interest rates, so you'll see interest rates rising. As I mentioned before, the market still looks very toppy technically. However, we're still doing very well because of all these fundamental things that are keeping us up, like the German economy, the reaffirmation of the AAA rating, housing starts, and all that. So fundamentally, it's good, but once again, technically, we're due a correction. Now, the thought of the day. We become our predominant thoughts. So whatever you're thinking about or focusing on, that's who you are, and that's what's happening. And since we can control our thoughts, we should go on and focus on what we want and not what we don't want. or what we want to be and not what we are right at the moment, especially if you're unhappy. So, you know, think positive thoughts and focus on what you want and what you don't want. As always, if you have any questions, go on and give me a call for advice. I'm here to help you, and and as always, only wanting the best for you. Take care.